Welcome back to another episode of the Hard Hitters Podcast. I am joined today by the Michael Bosch.
What's up, bitch?
How's the TikTok game going?
Dude, the TikTok game's been pretty decent.
Yeah, before we start this episode, let's let you know to check out the TikTok, subscribe, like,
And go block Frank on social media.
block Frank on Twitter at FrankTheTank1344. Is there anything else you can think of? Just tell them to do before the episode starts.
Yeah, I've came up with this theory that's pretty much worked out. Anytime Iowa and Northwest win, the Chiefs lose. And then they both lose this week and the Chiefs win. So, if Iowa loses, I'd bet your house on the Chiefs are going to win.
Okay. So with that, we are doing our week 6 power rankings / recap, kind of blended into both. So we'll get ready. We'll get started with number 32. Oh, the Detroit Lions. Who fall?
Damn, we had them at 28, bro. Nah, but they're the only winless team. So
yeah, you got to be last if you don't have a win. Not gonna lie,
they have to be there.
they're not good.
No,
that's all there is to say.
There's no. I don't even know what a bright spot would be on the team. Maybe Swift. I don't know.
Yes.
They're dookie.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking bad. We'll move on to number 31. Not too much to talk about there. The Houston Texans. I had a different team at 31. I think you had these guys at 31.
Probably.
Well, we'll get to the team I had at 31, and I thought you had them too high.
You think I had the Texans too high?
No. I think you had the team I had at 31 too high. But yeah, the Texans are what we thought they were going to be. Just bad.
But
they're just bad. We'll keep going. Keep on trucking along. This is the team I had at number 31.
Damn.
They suck.
I mean, they do suck, but their whole team's hurt right now.
Yeah, but you still have to factor that in.
I know.
Even fucking worse.
But they're better than the fucking Texans.
Nah, give me the Texans right now.
No.
They played each other with all their injuries.
Right, you know what's crazy?
Give me the Texans.
Andrew Thomas just got put on IR, so there's another injury.
But that's a good injury for them.
No, because their backup left tackle's worse than him somehow. Nate Solder.
Somehow. Yeah, there's a lot wrong with the Giants.
Yeah.
They're just atrocious, not gonna lie to you. Is there anything you want to add? We've talked extensively about the Giants.
If they can't beat the Panthers next week, and then they play the Chiefs the following week, it's just, if they can't win either of those games around, they're definitely getting a top 5 pick. I don't know. I think if their whole team came back, they'd start to win some games at the end, but I don't know if they would want to win games.
Yeah, that's the point.
But they have your pick, the Bears pick.
Yeah,
first round pick. So, I guess they can look forward to that.
I guess. Tied for them at 30th, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who do pick up their first win this week.
T-Law
getting his first win. Urban Meyer getting his first win. They snap the 20-game losing streak.
I didn't watch this game because I wasn't waking up at 8:30.
Yeah,
but I did see fourth quarter overtime.
We were watching
pretty good.
Yeah, we were watching it.
Yeah, that was a good game.
That
was a hell of a play call by Urban Meyer too. That little slant with 3 seconds left. I don't know how he got a play off in 3 seconds.
Yeah, I know, because that was so quick. Yeah, but yeah, they get their first win, so they'll move up a couple spots for us. The next team, number 28, the New York Jets, who did end up upsetting the Titans a couple weeks ago. So that definitely pushes them up the ranking. It's not all despair. It's a lot of despair and depression, but not all. You get a win at least. You are no longer winless. They beat a good team in the Titans, who are top 10, I'd say. I think we both say.
Yeah.
And so That's why he moved up 4 spots from the last. Next team, the Miami Dolphins, who keep dropping. They're terrible. I'm done picking them.
Dude,
Like,
they went from a playoff team last year to this shit.
it's terrible. Tua looked terrible.
And I think Max at the beginning of the year was like, watch out for the Dolphins in the
Yeah.
playoffs, man. Hell no.
Yeah, we'll watch them in the top 5 picks. Like, those fucking bums.
Yeah, they're bad.
They're terrible. Their defense is terrible.
Yeah, they went from one of the best defenses last year to this,
Yeah, it's terrible.
where they're losing to the Jaguars. No bueno.
Not the Jags. We'll move on. They're terrible. They're depressing to watch. Not gonna lie. Next team, another team who has also just been terrible, who we thought were going to be a decent team, maybe compete for a playoff spot, Washington.
Yeah.
Tied for 26.
I think the only thing that showed was last year is that they took advantage of every team being bad in the NFC East because Dak was hurt. But now that the Cowboys have their full team healthy, it's just like, holy fuck, the rest of them just suck ass.
Yeah, they're all terrible. And that defense has just been atrocious. The D line has been non-existent. The secondary is terrible. The linebackers don't do shit. It's all bad. And obviously,
they played one of the worst defenses this week and only put up 13
I will
points.
give them. They don't have Fitzpatrick, and they've been rocking out with Heineke, which is tough.
Oh yeah,
tough to do. But
still, when you play the Chiefs defense, you got to put up some fucking points.
Cook them. Yeah, you should cook those motherfuckers. Yeah, they have also been a team who's been a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
And I think for the second week in a row, the second power rankings in a row, I guess this would be the third. They've sat at 26, so they've been about what we thought they were going to be. Maybe rattle off a couple
experts.
Experts. This is basically where they are supposed to be at. They're fine.
I mean,
not good.
I think they had a bye week, right?
Yeah, they had a bye week.
I mean, I think Kyle Pitts played good week 5, which was like, yay, he did something. But
yeah,
can he do something continuing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a terrible year for them, but they're kind of in limbo at this point. Next team, the Philadelphia Eagles move up a spot. They beat who'd they beat? They beat they beat somebody decent. Or they were supposed give me 1 second here. It's pissing me off. You got it, yeah. So basically, Philly, Jalen Hurts playing decent. I thought the defense played a little better than I was expected to.
I got it. So, week 4 competed with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Week 5, they beat the Panthers, who the Panthers were undefeated. And then this week, they really competed with the Buccaneers, which was surprising.
Yeah.
So, they're actually playing decently well.
Yeah, they're playing decent football. I think their defense has played a lot better than
I think they're not good, but they're definitely the primary top. They're the second best team in the NFC East. Like Washington and the Giants don't compare it. It's between the Eagles and the Cowboys. I mean, the Eagles don't really have a shot.
No,
but the Eagles have way more of an upside.
I think Fletcher. We were kind of down on Fletcher the last couple of years. We were all like, oh yeah, Aaron Donald's obviously number 1, and those number 2 is up for debate for that interior alignment. I think Fletcher this year has been like, oh yeah, he's still number 2.
They have some other guy. I can't think of his name, but he's really good for the Eagles. Their other D tackle. Oh, it's like Hankins, maybe, I think.
Oh yeah, Hankins. Yeah,
he's been really good. I heard.
Yeah, their defense has just been solid all around. I think better than expected.
Have Darius Slay, who can just one-on-one any receiver. It's always going to be good.
Yep.
So yeah.
Moving to number 23, the Denver Broncos fall a little bit more after that 3-0 start, rattle off 3 losses in a row. Obviously playing some tough teams, but if you're really
like got their wins off the shitty teams.
Yep.
That's the problem. Like, we have to give them a little credit because they're 3-3, but they've also just
they beat the teams they're supposed to beat, so you'll give them a little credit for that.
Yeah, but I feel like we
Okay.
could see them only getting like 5 wins to end
Yeah.
the season because
You never know. You never know. We'll move on to number 22. The Seattle Seahawks, who are without
Russ
Russell Wilson,
almost
dropped
beat
3
the
spots.
the Steelers.
Yeah, they competed.
DK almost fucked up big time, whatever the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, Shannon was on his ass on
Yeah.
Twitter, and he should have been. It was warranted on his ass.
Yeah. But it's tough for the Seahawks. So they were playing well. Russ goes down for I think he's on IR, so he has to be out for at least 3 weeks.
Yeah,
So they're probably
probably
gonna
4
get
or
3
5.
losses, probably at least 3 or 4 losses off this. So I think with the division they're in, their season's probably done for the
Yeah,
playoffs. So they might sit Russ the whole season. But I don't
yeah,
know.
you'll never know. It all depends on these next couple weeks. See if they can
Yeah.
rattle off a
If
couple wins.
Gino can get like 1 or 2, I feel like they'll put Russ back in. But if
Yeah,
they lose every game, I don't think Russ will probably come back in.
yeah, I don't think it makes sense. So, yeah, that's kind of a bummer if you're a Seahawks fan that your quarterback goes down, especially when he's that important to your team. So that kind of ruins your season very, very early.
Hmm.
So that's why we have him number 22. Number
And Chris
20.
Carson's
Oh,
out too,
yeah,
which sucks. Yeah.
number 22, the Indianapolis Colts, who jump up 2 spots. They did not have a win our first power rankings through, so they get a couple wins. They're 2-4 now. Move up a couple spots. I
They
still
played good
don't.
last game, but they played the
Yeah,
Texans, so it's like
yeah.
whatever.
I don't see. I don't really. I still just don't know about this team.
See,
They're obviously very injured.
I wouldn't be surprised if they stayed there, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we see them move up to like a 14 at the end of
Yeah,
the year.
that's
So
kind of the max I could see them at is
yeah,
mid-teens.
I
But
don't see them dropping anymore. I feel like they'll
no,
stay
I
in the
think they've studied.
20s.
Yeah, probably leveled off at 20s,
Mm-hmm.
low 20s here. So yeah, they're injured, so it's hard to like judge what they've done this year at 2-4, but we'll see as they
Mm-hmm.
keep moving forward, see if they can string a couple wins together here and get their season back on track, especially in a weaker division. So a lot of time for them. Next team, the Chicago Bears jump up 7 spots.
Damn, we had them 27. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so they obviously beat the Raiders and the Lions, but lose to the Packers in a I'd say close one where the refs, yeah, fucked them out of 10 points. But
Yeah, somebody owns them.
so, uh,
I mean, the Raiders is a
Justin,
good one.
yeah, Justin's looked better every week. He's such a dynamic player, I think, because the problem is they don't get him into. My dog needs to chill out. Sorry.
Patty.
They once he gets into a rhythm passing, he's really good. So you can because he gets into those long drives and he's a rhythm passer, but then the pocket will break down and he can turn into that elite runner that you need him to be, where he can
Mm-hmm.
escape and get you the first down on something. But the thing is, he always keeps his eyes downfield, which is, I think, really good for a young quarterback because most of the time, young quarterbacks who can just rely on their legs come in and they never have their eyes downfield once that pocket breaks down. So I think that's a really good thing going forward for him because he always will have those legs to work with, and him already having his eyes up looking downfield for that big play is just really good, I think, for a young quarterback.
Well, I will say, maybe I'll jinx it, and that'll be good for you. But I feel like you don't have any playoff chances. I
No,
don't
I mean,
just because the Vikings and
I think
the
we're better than
Packers.
I think we're better than the Vikings at this point, to be honest
I-
with you. The Vikings have kind of shit the bed the last couple of weeks. I'm lucky they got some wins.
Yeah, it's true, but I feel like this year will be just like seeing how
Yeah,
much
it's a tough
Fields can
schedule.
improve
See.
and see how he can deal with shit. If he'll, be like kind of like I don't know, maybe like how Kyler and Josh Allen kind of struggled their first
Yeah,
couple of years and then just blew up the next ones. So we'll see.
yeah, it's definitely there with Justin. We'll just give him more time. Let's see what we can do here. Next team, Tied for 19th, New England Patriots, who very close to upsetting the Cowboys last week.
Mm-hmm.
They're 2-4. They've been okay. Mac has been okay.
Been pretty good, I'd say, for a rookie.
Yeah,
quarterback.
solid. Their
People
defense has been.
people think he's for a quarterback the offensive rookie of the year, but not talking about Jamar Chase, but for a quarterback,
Yeah,
he's been the best rookie that people have said.
yeah.
But
I think that it's really helped by the system they have there in New England. Which just helps out everybody on the team, makes everybody look better. But they've been okay, I'd say.
yeah, I'd
We
say
expected them to be a little better, but
every quarterback's pretty much succeeded besides Cam Newton. And Cam Newton didn't really fit their style of play, which I feel like makes sense. And he wasn't that good. But if you go back to like every time Brady got hurt, every
yeah.
quarterback that went in would always do good. Even like Brian Hoyer,
Oh yeah,
some games. So
yeah,
yeah, but
Garoppolo, yeah.
that's not discrediting Mac Jones. It's just,
No, it just
praising them.
yeah. So Pats tied for 19th, and the Niners keep on falling. Obviously, a lot of injuries for the Niners. Trey Lance has came in the last couple weeks. He's looked,
Yeah.
yeah, nothing crazy from Trey. Again, another team like the Colts, hard to judge because they're so injured, and their seasons, just like the Seahawks, is kind of done just because of that division they're in is so tough. So it's gonna be hard to rebound back, even though it's only week 6. You have anything else on the Niners?
That's just the injury squad, man.
Injury squad. Next team tied for 17th.
I want to see where I had them.
Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota dropped a couple spots. We were a little higher on them on week 3, but they are winning some close games. They probably should be winning a little bit more comfortably.
Who they played this week?
They played.
I had ESPN pulled up. Hold on.
They played
barely beat the Lions.
Yeah, somebody bad. I knew it was somebody bad.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Oh no, that was 2 weeks ago. This week they played the Panthers and overtime Panthers.
Yeah,
Panthers aren't the best team, but they're not.
Yeah,
they're not a pushover, but they're,
Yeah, they're not amazing. So, yeah, I don't know. Minnesota's a hard team to read, so I think they can be really good, but they can also be really bad. Like prime example, week 1 against the Bengals, where that first half they were absolutely awful. In the second half, they looked like the most dominant offense in football. So they're very bipolar when it comes to that. Kirk we were talking about him in MVP talks the first couple of weeks, and he has just been terrible since. So
he wasn't that bad this game.
Yeah, he doesn't.
But
you'd like to see more against the Bears. Yeah,
I mean, it's a good win against the Panthers.
Yeah,
but the previous week they only won by 2 to the Lions. That's pretty. I think that's when the Lions coach was crying because they made some mistake. There was I can't remember what happened.
No, they didn't make a mistake. They went down on like a game-winning drive. They could have kicked the field goal to tie it, but instead they went for 2 to try to win it. They got the 2-point conversion, and then Minnesota found a way to drive down with like a couple of seconds left.
Yeah.
And win it. So that's another lucky win.
The Vikings have a ton of potential with the weapons they have.
Yeah.
But they're just not, I feel like,
they do not
optimizing or like taking advantage of it.
Yeah,
to their
they definitely
full
don't
potential.
optimize the talent they have. So move on to the next team. Also tied for 17th, the Carolina Panthers, who we were just talking about, drop a couple spots. Go ahead.
You froze.
Up and wait. Okay.
I can hear you, but your picture's frozen.
Okay.
No,
Go ahead and talk then. Oh.
Hey,
Okay. Let me share my screen again. Boom, we're back. Okay. You ready?
yep.
Okay. Tied for 17th, Carolina Panthers moved down 4 spots. Michael, what's your take on the
I
Caro?
was gonna say I'd say them and the Vikings are pretty even,
Yep.
but I'd say the difference is the Panthers. I feel like when Christian McCaffrey comes back, they'd probably be better. And then when Gilmore comes in and plays, their defense is a lot better with Stephon Gilmore. But
Yeah.
Sam Darnold just played pretty bad the last
The
2
last
weeks
couple
passing.
weeks,
I said that they'd probably be a wild card team. I think they still could be, but they're losing a bunch of close games.
yeah, you
So
gotta have to be in the playoffs, definitely. Yeah, they dropped 3 after going 3-0. It's a tough start. We'll
but
see what they can do.
but I'd say every team we've had since the Colts has potential to be a wild card team or
Yeah,
a playoff team.
yeah,
So
definitely. I'd agree. And final team tied for 17th, the New Orleans Saints in the division. Another team hard to read.
they just had a bye week, so it makes it even
Yeah.
harder. So you don't get to see what they just do. I don't know.
It's
They're
a
a
tough
weird
team to
team.
read because they're 1 week they look just lights out like the best team in football, and the next week they look like the worst team and just get killed by the Giants.
Yeah, they like you don't need Drew Brees, and you're like, oh fuck, you need Drew
Yeah, they need
Brees.
Drew Brees.
But I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's just a weird team. They're a very odd team to judge. It's just been a
It,
weird year in general, I think,
mm-hmm.
for a lot of teams, especially for the Saints. But it's definitely a building year for the Saints. It's definitely a new chapter in their history without Drew Brees. So we'll see where they go. They're 2-3, so we'll see where they go
Yeah.
from there. Tied for 14th now. The Pittsburgh Steelers move up quite a bit. They get their pass rusher back, TJ Watt, that comes in, makes a crucial
Who
strip
won
sack.
them the game
Yeah,
by having a sack.
very crucial.
And then when they got the ball back in overtime, I think he strip sacked them. So,
Yeah, strip
he
sack.
won them the game. That's just how fucking key he is to their
Dominant
team.
TJ. Yeah, he is definitely one
Won
of the
them a
better.
football game.
Yeah, that Steelers team, they're definitely solid. Offense has been a little better past those 3 weeks, so that's
Mm-hmm.
why they jump up 7 spots here, kind of where they should be at, I think. So they kind of get
Well, I'm
back to
looking
where
at
they.
it. They played the Broncos week 5 and beat
Yep.
them by 8 points.
Yeah.
And they barely beat the Seahawks. Not impressive wins, but they're still
Yeah.
wins.
They're
So you
wins
can't.
nonetheless. Yeah. Wins nonetheless. So that's why we got them at 14. They jump up quite a bit. Tied with them is the Las Vegas Raiders, who dropped from number 6 all the way down to 14. And a lot of drama in the last couple of weeks, obviously, with Sean Gruden.
Yeah. You're not
Everybody's
going to talk about
everybody knows
that.
about that. We won't talk about it. So try to stay on football here.
But
The Raiders, it's been kind of a free fall since those first 3 weeks.
problem was we had them at 6 because they beat the Ravens.
Yeah, they were
You're like,
very
oh
good.
fuck, they're real. But ever since the Gruden thing,
Yeah,
or it was before that even, but
yeah,
it just has all lined up to the Raiders' fall that everyone thought would happen. I mean, they beat the Broncos, but as we said earlier, we don't know if we don't think the Broncos are like a real threat,
no,
and so
yeah. So yeah, definitely a fall from grace for the Raiders. They drop all the way to 14. We'll see if they can get things back going. Maybe their new coach, interim head coach, can try to put something together, get them back on the right track, but might be a tough year for Raiders fans from here on out. So we'll move on to number 12, the Cleveland Browns, who have the talent. I think the talent to be top 5 Obviously,
Mm,
played some very hard competition so far. I
oh
think all
yeah.
three of their losses are probably ahead of them in the power rankings at the moment.
The
So
Chiefs.
Raven,
Uh, who's the third team?
Chargers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, they lose the three great teams. That's why we can't drop them
But
too far.
problem
But
is,
it's still three losses. So
but the bigger problem is that they have I'm not probably they do have the best running back group in the NFL with Kareem Hunt and Chubb. They're both,
yep,
I think, on IR, so that's 3 weeks.
Chubb is, yeah, and Baker got injured during the game.
Jarvis is hurt,
Odell is
so
hurt again.
they might be in the like if they're all out for 3 games, the next power rankings they might be low. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, their defense is definitely going to have to carry that load. We'll
Yeah.
see who they play these next 3 weeks, and maybe they can get a couple wins because they definitely need to get some wins, even with those guys out, to keep pace in that division with the Ravens and even the
Mm-hmm.
Steelers, to be honest with you. So, yeah, definitely a good team. Dropped quite a bit, but they're definitely dealing with injuries. We'll move on to number 11. The Cincinnati Bengals, another surprise this year, moving up 8 spots
Mm-hmm.
from number 19. Bengals are a positive team. They're keeping pace. Another team that the Browns have to keep pace with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just they've just been great, honestly. They
Yeah,
solid all around.
Burrow and Chase have been really good.
Yep, probably the best
Chase,
wide receiver quarterback duo, other than maybe Rogers Adams. I'd probably put them there for this year alone. But most
Mahomes,
production,
Tyreek.
most production, I'm saying they're getting wins out of it too.
I mean, they have one more win, but yeah.
I'm fucking with you, but they've been absolutely insane. They obviously have that chemistry with each other.
Wait. You said
What?
they're the second best Rick's
Yeah,
quarterback receiver duo.
yeah.
What about
This
like Cup
year,
and Stafford?
I think they've been better.
You think? I
That's
was
how
just
good
making
I think
sure.
they've been.
No, he's been fucking crazy.
It's
Don't
insane.
know if you'd say they'd be better than
I
like.
think it's two or three. I think obviously Devontae and Rogers are one. They're on a different link. Yeah, but Cincinnati Bengals defense has been playing better than expected from the start of the year. Gives them a chance to win every week. Offense has been great. O line has been pretty solid for all the complaints we had given it before the season. So they've come together pretty well. We'll see if they can keep getting some wins these next couple weeks. Keep moving up the power rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's move on to a number 10. The Kansas City Chiefs stay at number 10. They're 3-3 now. We'll let you talk about your own team, like
Who'd they play? They played the football team this week, and then last week was
Bills,
the Bills
the
and
Bills
Eagles.
massacre.
So
Yeah.
their 2 wins have been kind of bad teams, and they
Yeah.
got beat by like the top 3 team. So they don't move up because you don't still really know. 10's not like a bad spot, but uh, the defense, it's honestly the defense. People are bitching about Mahomes on like, but that's just
I
like
saw,
Twitter bullshit.
hold up. I saw something on Instagram where it was like you got to cut one player, and it was like Mahomes, Kyler, Josh Allen, and Lamar. And all the comments were saying Mahomes. I'm like,
People
trip.
just people
Y'all
they're just love to
tripping.
hate on Mahomes on
Y'all
like social
tripping,
media.
bro. That's no cap. That's easy, Kyler.
But
Even
if you
though
put a
you know,
gun to someone's head and said make this decision, everyone's keeping Mahomes because
yeah,
the
bro.
shit he's accomplished in 4 years is something people have never
Yeah,
can't do in a
it was
career.
either all the comments were Mahomes or did y'all forget he won a Super Bowl and
Yeah.
MVP?
I
Those
mean,
were
it's tough because people are always expecting the Chiefs to be just the dominant fucking beasts who don't
yeah,
lose. But then when there's a weaknesses, they overreact. I mean, he has 18 touchdowns and 2,000 yards almost.
yeah.
And I think he's like first in touchdowns or like top two. But then he has 4 picks where there were like drops from like Tyreek has 2,
Yeah, Tyreek has been
Kemp
terrible.
has
I will
Kemp
say
has
that Tyreek has
1.
been atrocious for the
He's been
last couple weeks.
atrocious 2 weeks, but the other ones he's had like 200
Like,
yard games.
if I was
but
Mahomes, bro, I would not be
they
fucking.
took him out. They took him out. They didn't play him till the
Yeah, I would
third
not be
quarter.
angry if this motherfucker just straight threw it to Kelsey.
Kelsey got hurt, so that wasn't really an
that was
option
tough.
last
Yeah.
game. But they still pulled it out.
What's his face had that real good catch, and he got injured too. The backup tight end.
Fortson,
Yeah,
Jody.
Fortson. Yeah.
Cole's been showing out, but people just overreact. The Chiefs defense just has to play defense where it's get 3 stops and you can win a game.
Let's not forget the Super Bowl year. The Chiefs defense was atrocious during the first part of the year, and then turned that shit around.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly. So.
And they only allowed 13 points. It is the football team, but 13 points is a good point, and they had a turnover. So the Chiefs people just overreacted too much. You have to let them. People just expect greatness.
Yeah.
When they're humans and make mistakes and shit.
I will say they do need to get their shit together sooner than later, or they're not gonna.
They play the Titans this week, so that'll be
it's gonna be tough.
That'll be a real statement game.
In Nashville.
Yeah, they could. I think it's probably like 50-50 on who wins that.
You need to win that for the Chiefs, to be honest with you. Going 3-4, especially the way the Chargers are playing right now.
Well, they just got fucking mollywopped.
Well, yeah, but still, the Chargers they're rolling still. So we'll move on. We've talked enough about the Chiefs. A lot of people are talking about the Chiefs. So give us number 9. Tennessee Titans, just talking about them. They get to play the Chiefs this week. They move up 5 spots after kind of a rocky start.
If they would have lost last night, they'd be probably way lower. Because they lost to the Jets. But then they beat
the Chargers, yeah.
If the Bills would have won, they beat the Bills.
Titans.
Yeah, they beat the Bills.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. If the Bills would have won, I think the Bills would have been number 1 and the Titans would have dropped to like 15. But since they win, they would probably would have stayed at 15 because we had them there.
Yeah, right around there.
But yeah, Derrick Henry's a fucking monster.
Yeah, people need to stop disrespecting Derrick Henry.
The problem was he was not good his first couple of years in the NFL. But these past 3 or 4 years, he's been.
I hate when people
fucking lunatic.
judge players too quickly. You got to give them time to develop, and not everybody's fucking a Pro Bowler their first or second year. It takes a second. So that's why we got them tied for 9th. They've been playing solid. So we'll move on. Who else is tied for 9th? The LA Chargers, who they
played so good.
Yep.
But then they get fucking blown out by the Ravens. Yeah, which I didn't see coming, honestly.
I did not see that coming. That game was pretty bad when I was watching it.
Yeah. That might have been worse than the Giants-Rams game.
No, just stop. No.
No, but the Ravens I'm not going to talk about the Ravens yet, but the Chargers up to then had played so good where you're like.
They were top 5 easily.
But now it's like, okay.
They were easily top 5 before this week.
I don't want to say too much because I just want to see how they'll bounce back from that, whoever they play. But people overreact to this game too. So
don't overreact. It's not that big of a deal. Number 7, Green Bay Packers. They dropped 3 spots. They're still playing solid though, so they're still at 7. Just kind of not really their fault, just other teams playing well. So they move up. Yeah, they've been good. Couple shaky games where you want them to win by a little bit more, but
I will say I had them higher. I'm gonna assume this next one's the Cowboys. If you want to see if it is the Cowboys,
I believe so.
You can just go to the Cowboys. But I will say I had Packers over the Cowboys because I think if it came down to the playoff race right now, I would think it'd be the Rams I'd have all the other teams above the Cowboys.
The NFC is stupid.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But I'd have I think the Packers have a better shot than the Cowboys. That's my opinion. I don't
know. I think the Cowboys have been playing a lot better than the Packers.
I don't know. I think they've been playing pretty
Cowboys
easy.
ain't playing a close game. They put motherfuckers away. They're playing way more than the Packers have the last couple of weeks.
I mean, they went to OT this week.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was a
Um,
tough week this week for
They
them.
played the Cowboys the previous week. We don't count that.
They played the Cowboys,
Then they only beat the Panthers, but they played the Giants.
put them
Uh,
motherfuckers away. Those bums.
well, yeah, and then they played the Panthers. Only beat them by. I want to say they're blowing people up, but they're fucking impressive as
They're
hell.
good.
They say they have the two best rookie defenders with Parsons and Diggs for sure. Those two are. Who else? What rookie
I don't like
defender?
Parsons. One of the better ones. He's been high.
Nah, people have been because he's been playing like linebacker and D line.
Well, yeah, he's solid, but I don't think he's. But
I'm just saying what the
it's
people
not
have
that
said,
bad.
bro. But
Yeah.
Diggs is definitely the best rookie with 7 picks and 2 touchdowns in 6
Oh
games.
yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, but I'm not hating on the Cowboys. Those two are fucking amazing teams.
Yeah, everybody here, the rest are amazing.
And
Too.
speaking of overreacting, people overreacted to hell the Packers' first game. Now look what they did. They haven't lost.
Next team, Baltimore, moving up 4 spots to number 5. They're a top 5 team now. I think they really cemented it this week with that Chargers win.
Yeah.
So, like we've said this before, man, they're top 5, but for some reason I can just not see them winning a Super Bowl. I don't know what it is with this team.
I agree. Because
It's just one of those
honestly,
teams, man.
I am a Chiefs fan, but I do see like when they played the Chiefs, everyone knows the Chiefs should have won that game, which makes that like the big concern. Then would the Bills beat them and the Titans? I mean, they did just smoke the Chargers, but
I got the Bills over this team.
I have
Any
the
day of
Bills
the
over
week.
them.
Yeah.
I think I'd have the Titans over them too.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, they're hard. Lamar's playing like MVP stats once again. Their
Yeah.
running
Better
backs
than
have
his
played.
MVP. Yeah.
Their other running backs have played really well with the ones getting injured.
Yep. So they've just been good all around. The defense has been a little better this year. So everything's just been better all around for the Ravens. They're getting it done. They're finding ways to win. So move on to number 4. Tampa Bay Bucks fall in another spot this week. I don't think they played bad per se. Just like we said, other teams are playing well. So you don't play up to their level, you're gonna fall. So nothing to be scared about if you're a Bucks fan. You're fine. You're still one of the best teams in football.
I'd
You can go
say
and beat
it doesn't
anybody.
matter. It doesn't matter where the Bucks are at the end of the day, as long as they make the playoffs. I
Yeah,
think
as
they're the
long as
most dangerous team because
yeah,
they do have Tom Brady, who has the most experience
yeah,
in playoffs.
by
So
far.
I don't think they really care where they end up as long as they
No, they don't give a
don't
shit.
play wild card.
They're
Probably.
just they're in like they're in that mode to where if you're a championship level team, you just kick it into automatic, like you're just
Mhm.
playing to play at this point. Just make the playoffs. That's all you need to do, and then
Yeah.
get it done in the playoffs. That's when you turn it on. So they're just in that mode at this point. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we got them at number 4. Still a really good team. Move on to number 3. The Buffalo Bills stay pat at number 3. They've been very good, although losing this week.
They could have.
They could have
Honestly,
won,
it was just
but
goal line stop.
yeah,
Um,
hard to
but
stop
yeah,
Derrick Henry on that goal line, we'll say. Probably the toughest guy to stop on the goal line. So the Bills, great offense, great defense. I still would say they probably have the best roster all around. Just head to toe,
yeah,
have
them
the
and the
best roster.
Rams.
So yeah, them are the Rams. So that's what we got them at number 3. Couldn't move them up anymore
And you
because of
can't
that loss
drop
to the
them because
Titans. You can't drop them, yeah.
they did handsomely beat the Chiefs,
Oh yeah.
and
They
they
embarrassed the
could have.
Chiefs.
I want to say embarrassed.
They embarrassed the Chiefs. That was pretty bad. That game was awful.
I mean, the end got bad, yeah.
They cooked them.
But they could have if I think the QB sneak it and he didn't get it. Josh Allen on 4th and 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
If they get that, they would have won. And they honestly, they'd probably be number 1 or 2 if they won that. Probably
Yeah.
1, but
Too. But
yeah.
That's why we still got him number 3. Number 2, Los Angeles Rams drop from number 1 spot last week. They've just been good. They're kind of in autopilot mode as well. I feel like
Yeah,
they might not have.
Cooper Cup and is going off.
Yeah, amazing. He might be a top 3 receiver in the league, I'd argue.
Playing like a top 3. I don't think
Yeah,
he
that's what I'm
is top
saying.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not much to say about the Rams that we haven't said before. They're just really good.
Yeah, we expected dominance out of them in preseason.
I mean, I did. You didn't.
No, I thought they'd be good. But you said they'd be really good. That was the difference.
Yeah, okay.
Max
Move
said
on.
they'd be bad. That's
Yeah, I'm not saying you said they were going to be bad. I just said dominant. We'll move on to the consensus number 1 pick, the only undefeated team left in the NFL. You probably saw this coming. The Arizona Cardinals bump up 8 more spots since week 3. And wow, have they been good. Every week they find a new way to win. If the offense isn't going for them, their defense gets them a win in a close one. So,
but I think the most impressive thing would be that they beat the number 2 team we had, the Rams. Really, like, yeah, they kind of smacked the Rams. So, Kyler's playing phenomenal. Their whole team's playing really well.
Yeah. No complaints from that team. They've been just about as perfect as you can be up to this point. So,
but I would say the most is that all the young quarterbacks like Allen, Mahomes, Herbert, Kyler have just been playing, and Lamar and Dak. All the young quarterbacks have been playing so well this year, which is really cool to see.
yep.
And, some haven't, like Daniel Jones, which is all right. But
He was, and then last week happened.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate that he got concussed or whatever, because he was playing crazy good.
Yeah, well, that will end off our power rankings. Michael, do you have any last words for us? Couldn't even see what that was.
That was a Starburst rapper.
Oh.
I'll have a prediction that I don't think the Cardinals will be number 1 going into the next power rankings.
Okay.
Take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank.
Yeah.
It's very possible. But I guess if that's what you want to end it off with. So make sure you check out the TikTok. Subscribe, like, comment, all the shit we said at the beginning of the video. Share this with your friends. We got big movements coming for the channel in the next couple weeks, so stay posted. We're gonna have a video out, I don't know, maybe in a week, talking about the changes on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. We'll catch y'all later then. Peace.